Well, anyways, back to you with another video. Sorry about that other video. Last one I checked the audio, because I usually check the audio before I put these out, just to make sure they're alright. Sometimes you wouldn't tell I brushed my fucking teeth. Now you can tell, fucking A. But I had a dip in earlier. Fucking, I don't know, I had to change the resolution down. And I had the video up at the mHz from 60 or from 50 flickers to 60 flickers, and I had turned down the resolution. I had it already at the 60 flickers, which is I don't actually know what it is. I think it's just like how many times the fuck. I don't know. What I think it is, it's just fucking camera shit. And I had changed down the resolution from 720 to 480p, so I'm sorry. I don't know how this is. The video looks alright. I mean, it's not. It looks almost as good as the 720. Well, it's me, anyways. It's not as clear, given, but you know, it's what I have to work with because my audio is blotchy. And like I made a video earlier, and it wasn't blotchy whatsoever. So I don't know what fucking happened between now and then, and I really didn't do much. So fucking is damn laptop. It was the combination between the camera and the audio, because I wasn't using a mic. Well, I was, but it wasn't. It was the mic for on the laptop, not the external mic that I have. But anyways, I'm dipping on the usual Copenhagen wintergreen. Before I get too much into that, let's pack us a lip here. If you're gonna pack a lip with me. I've had this for like 3 days now, and I'm only down a quarter of it. I've only taken maybe a quarter of a tin out of it. That's not. It's a little too big for what I want. And see, that's as big as I need. Maybe a little filler. It's big enough. Holy shit. That's like all the shit. Got dip crumbs on my shirt. Fucking A. And today we're spitting in Woody. I'll show you guys Woody here in a second. Put that in the damn shirt pocket. Woody. But anyways, I'm sorry for that. I took that last video down because I was not gonna leave that up there. I'm sorry. I want to give a shout out to 4 of you who commented on the video, and anybody who shared it. I'm sorry I took that down, but I was not gonna let that video go. I went on the YouTube editing software on that video to see if maybe I could clear it up, and there's no way, not unless if I could slow down that audio, because like the video would go and the audio would sit there and jump. And then I made quite a few test videos testing out different shit to maybe get so where there was no blotchiness in my videos. If there was, it was only a bare minimum. And I got it down so where there was almost no blotchiness whatsoever. And that I had to change the resolution and change cameras, or not cameras, audio. So, well, mics anyways. I had to get my external mic out. And I'll show you that, see? It's a snowball. See? When the cameraman wanted to get big into YouTube, he wanted to do commentary on video games. So, we went out and got, we looked at all different types of mics. And we found that the Snowball was one of the best starter out mics for cheap. I mean, it's like $30 for a really, it's a good quality mic, and that's what I'm gonna have to start using, and turn down the resolution, because for some reason the audio is not keeping up with the video. So I'm sorry for the downgraded audio. What I talked about last night, if you guys didn't catch, I basically how I actually started YouTube. And how did I start YouTube? Well, me and the cameraman for like the past 2 years or so have always been wanting to do YouTube, you know, and we didn't actually do that until we got the iPod. And we started out making like in the band segments, which at night, we go out, we have like a broken down van. It's not really broken down. There's a few things wrong with it. Like it needs wiring switched around and whatnot. And just that type of thing. And we'd sit in there with the deal, and we'd talk about random shit that we'd come up with. Then, you know, me and the cameraman always go outside at nights. We did that a whole lot. And we'd talk about shit. Like random shit that happened to pop up in our heads. And we just had major discussions about them. And then we were like, hey, this would be great for YouTube. And then we were like, oh, we should do vlogging and shit like that. And we did. We made a few fishing videos and whatnot of us going out and going fishing and catching fish and whatnot. And then, you know, we made a couple of funnier videos. And then we made a few montages and whatnot. I made a few videos, but I didn't really get fully into YouTube until this summer, when I actually started making them on a somewhat schedule, on a regular basis. And it wasn't until I got into the dipping community this summer that I started wanting to make them more. Because before we didn't make them regularly. I mean, we made them when we felt like it, and uploading them was a bitch, because the cameraman's a perfectionist. So if he's doing all that shit, he likes to edit the video and make sure they're alright, and it just take him a long ass time. I don't really edit my videos because, for one, I'm comfortable enough, I feel, that I really don't need them. And if I don't have very long pauses that I'm not talking. The only thing I have to work more on is, you know, time management and talking, not going on rambling like I am now. But, you know, this is I truly am sorry for that video. That was a shitty video. And my lady's fucking asleep. Hold on, fellers. Lady feller. God damn it, audio. There. Fucking A. I had to move my leg. It's starting to fucking fall asleep. Because I was sitting on where the thing came, because I'm not downstairs. Because I wanted to make it in a quieter area. That's why I did it last night. Because I was outside, there was no one out there. But that video turned out, the audio turned out to make the video shitty. So I sincerely do apologize to everyone. And thank you to all my subs and all the people who shouted me out. It's much appreciated. I mean, I don't think, and people who comment on my videos telling me I do a good job, and I mean, that really helps. It means a lot to someone who's starting out, you know. It just makes you want to keep doing it. And on the other topic I was talking about last night, it was reviewers, dip reviewers and shit. There's only like a few, other than the small, like the buddies that I've talked to over Facebook and shit. Like, I watch Full Review and Joey Leds. Those are about the only two that I majorly watch, other than like dual dippers, or not dual dippers, Canadian dippers. Like those, I mean, and then I watch OF dippers sometimes. But I mean, Full Review and Joey Leds are about the only two major dippers, dip reviewer channels that dip review channels that I watch. Now when Canadian dippers make a new video, I watch them because I like them. But me and Bluegrass Dipper, you know, he did that a few days ago. I agree with a lot of what he said, if not all. And we had a small discussion about, you know, that to us, most of the dip reviewer channels, they're not that interesting. Like, if they put, you know, and they do unnecessary shit in the dip review. A lot of them. That's why I like, you know, Joey Leds and Full Review. And the Canadian dippers, when they do a dip review, they get straight to the point. Pack Dip Will Repeat is the same way, but he doesn't always do dip reviews. You know? I think a dip review, for most people who do them, should be like, you know, here's the can. That's what it looks like. This is what I'm dipping on. It's long cut. You know, it packs alright. It, you know, pinches together alright. And it should be all about the taste. And that's what I like about Joey Leds and Full Review. You know, I'm not hating on anybody, but if you want to do a dip review, be my guest. You know, it's your channel. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just saying, I don't think a lot of the people who do dip reviews make them interesting, because it's all a bunch of bullshit, and then it's the review, and then nothing. You gotta make that shit a little bit interesting. Like, Full Review and Joey Leds. Take those two for example. Like, Joey Leds makes every dip review a little bit interesting. Plays around with that shit. And then the Full Review, he doesn't only just do dip. He does chews. He does snus, and he does dip. And on his milestone videos, they're not. A lot of times they're not a review. They're like unique shit. And he finds the most unique shit. And other than those two, I mean, there's a lot of people who just review the same shit over and over that everybody else has reviewed. And there's no, like, you gotta have a little bit more substance than the dip review, guys. And that's all I gotta say. You know, I personally like to watch dip channels that, you know, they throw in a lip. If they try a new dip on video, you know, they just like, I like the flavor, pretty good flavor, It sort of tastes like this. Here's the can. And that's it. And that's what I like. And then they go on to tell the story or rant about something, or talk about something, or tell how their day is. Do all that type of shit. Bullshit. Take Cole and Wally for example. I really love their videos. And then Roberto Deb. I like those types of channels. Why? Because those types of channels are more interesting to me. I know you gotta start somewhere, and people start on dip reviews, but honestly, that shouldn't. If you're not gonna throw in interesting stuff to it, and it's just dip reviews, and it's a dip that's been reviewed over and over, then I feel like I just don't feel it like that. I just don't tend to watch them. Like when I first started dipping and watching YouTube dippers, I did watch reviews. I watched reviews all the time. And then I'd come across like people like Roberto Dip and then Outlaw. Well, I watched Outlaw first. He was probably one of the first ones. And then I came across, and then I came to the few reviewers that I actually like. And that's a short list. I mean, sometimes I watch OF Dipper when I have nothing else to watch. He's a good reviewer. But the two, and then the third one when they do make a video, which is Canadian dippers, The two I mainly watch, and everybody else who watches, is Full Review and Joey Leds. Why? Because they review shit that really not many have reviewed. And one, they're somewhat entertaining and shit. And they go by essentially what matters in a dip or a chew, and that's the flavor. Well, anyways, that's what that video was about. I mean, I like dip reviews. They're alright. I'm not hating on them. I'm just saying, people who do them, if you're starting out, make them a little bit more interesting. Because more times than none, you're reviewing a dip that so many have, and you really need to add more substance to that if you want to grow faster. So my deal here is if you're going to become a YouTuber, and especially a YouTube dipper, find a niche outside of reviews. Find yourself. 'Cause that's what people really want to see. And that's what I've come to find. And a lot of other YouTubers that, listen to them and how they started, They start off doing review here and there, and then they sort of found, that who they are, and they started showing themselves out. So be yourself and show people who you are, and you'll do just fine. You don't need dip reviews. If you do, add some flair to them, for the love of God. Don't make them boring as shit. But anyways, this video is getting long enough. My shoutouts is always JD. Oh, that's another one. JD Hewitt makes great fucking videos. I mean, here's another guy. If you want, check these guys out. I mean, my shoutout list aren't dip reviewers. There's there's 2 dip reviewers out there that, that I shout out, and that's Canadian dippers, and when they do them, and for you, I shout those guys out, and those are pretty much the only 2 dip reviewers that I shout out. And then Pack and Dip will repeat when he does one. He gets a new dip that he hasn't tried on the video. But anyways, so JD Hewitt, Full Review. Excuse me. Big Dipper Zach. Canadian dippers, dual dippers. The A-Team, which is updated, consists of Jay Rusty, Spencer Stryker, Ursa Major, Black Top Dipper. And then there's Gridiron Dipper, who's good. Wait, he makes Dipper views. He's alright. He adds a little flair to them. He adds himself into the Dipper view. I lost my train of thought. Pack, dip, weld, repeat. Say Canadian dippers. Who else? Dual dippers. Roberto Dip. Texas Dipper 96. Cowboy Dipper 22. Go check all those guys out. They all make great videos. I wouldn't shout them out if I didn't think they made great videos. Oh, and if you can, check out Cole and Wally. The Dipper channel is Cole Younger. They make awesome fucking videos. I love watching those guys. Anyways, this is keep a lip packed and a can handy, because life is better with a pinch. See you all later.